Hey, welcome to my kitchen again. Let's cook. Come on in here. So, getting ready to make some cheddar broccoli soup. Hey, so I wanted to show you guys just how easy it is to make cheddar broccoli soup. Yes, we are starting with the full stick of butter. Don't judge me. Yep, don't judge me. Start with a full stick of butter. How's everybody doing? So listen, this is what was crazy. So today, I decided to go to Panera Bread. Hey, Taisha. I decided to go to Panera Bread, right, to the website, because I wanted to see what it actually costs to order, or to buy one bowl of chicken broccoli soup, cheddar broccoli soup. What in the world am I saying? And it's like $6.80 or something like that. Look at all those hearts. Aww, y'all, those are little sweet tarts on the side over there. So it's like $6.89 for one bowl, and then on top of that, there's always tax. So you're looking at about $7 to have one bowl of some cheddar broccoli soup. Pure craziness. So for about $10, look, just about $10, maybe a little bit over, you actually can make a whole pot of this, and it does not take long. So that's what we're going to do today. So while I'm waiting for my butter to totally melt, let me just tell you guys what it is that you need. So if you decided you wanted to make your own pot of cheddar broccoli soup, because it's cold outside, okay? Some of what you're going to need, let's start with some of the main things. You need broccoli, okay? We need broccoli, all right? You need some garlic. I love fresh garlic, so I actually minced my own garlic. You're going to need some celery. Listen, I'm from the country. We put our hands on our food. I don't know what it is. Everybody else wants to keep their hands real pretty. They want to pick up everything, with gloves on and stuff. No. Wash your hands, and then you'll be able to make it do what it do. Okay. I have some onions here, some diced onions. I actually bought these frozen. I bought the broccoli frozen, and I have about 3 stalks of celery that I just cut up. So when you're trying to do something really fast, y'all, I got my water. Y'all know how I am. I'm a little bit bougie. There are ways that you can cut corners. You're also going to need some shredded carrots. I'm not shredding any carrots. I bought my carrots shredded, right? You're going to need yourself some shredded cheese. There are people, and most chefs, actual chefs, and I'm a home cook, okay? I'm a home cook. They'll say you need to shred your own cheese. I'm not doing that either. I don't have time for that. So you need that. Get yourself a carton of chicken stock. I prefer stock over broth. And then you're going to need a quart of half and half, okay? So that's important. So we just started with 1 stick of butter. Listen, I like the way that butter tastes. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to throw in my onion. And I have a lot of onion in here. I love onion. I love onion. This is over like a medium-high heat because I'm doing this pretty quickly. All right. And then what we're going to do is we are going to cook our onion for a couple of minutes. We want it to get a little bit translucent. I like to layer my stuff when I'm cooking it. I don't really know if it makes a difference because you guys know I'm not a trained chef. I just cook according to the way that I like. So the way I do it is, my philosophy is like, okay, we put the onion in here. The onion's going to kind of release its little flavor. And then we're going to throw our celery in here. So you guys know my cookbook's coming out. It's coming out on March 1st. And I'm psyched about it. I am psyched about it. For those of you guys that are just popping on, what it do, we started off with 1 full stick of butter. Listen, I know people are afraid of butter. That's fine. Do you. Start with a little bit of olive oil if that's what you want to do. I just love the way that butter tastes. All right, so I'm gonna let that cook for just a little bit longer. And can you see how it's a little bit translucent? That, you know, that means that you can actually somewhat see through. You can kind of start seeing through the onion. You're also gonna need yourself about a half a cup of flour, okay? Very good, very good, very good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add in my celery now. Now listen, I add in my garlic last. I love fresh garlic. But I always kind of add that in last before I start adding in everything else, you know? So I usually will start with my vegetables and things. I add the garlic in last, the fresh garlic, because garlic will burn very quickly. And there's nothing worse. You know, we like garlic because of the flavoring and things like that. So right now you got your butter in here. Yes, you have your butter in here. You have your celery in here. And we're going to let that cook for just a few minutes there. I'm also going to kind of let the celery get a little bit translucent. You know, I mean, the point of the matter is that as this cooks, everything is going to cook down. But I just kind of look for, I do like certain little markers for myself when I'm cooking that lets me know, okay, this is the time to do something else. And that's kind of the way that I do that. I do want to tell you, one of the partners that I'm excited to be affiliated with is Spanglish Adobo. Now listen, they have brand new packaging now, but I still have mine. So before I break out the new packaging, which all my stuff is on the way, I'm using this. So Spanglish Adobo. If you actually go to spanglishfoods.com, you'll be able to buy their adobo. And I'm telling you, it's so good, and I'm so proud of them. They're on Amazon now, so you can officially purchase your adobo from them right on Amazon, or, you know, directly from the website. Now this is the thing. A lot of people, you know, it's amazing how when we think about business, a lot of times we don't want to support people until they kind of make it to these bigger marketplaces like Amazon and things like that. And it's cool. Like, it's fine to purchase from Amazon, because I'm excited to say it doesn't matter that I'm one of the faces for the brand. I still bought my adobo as well. I went on ahead and I bought my adobo. Because I just wanted to be a supporter. So I was the very first person to purchase it off of Amazon. But I'm going to tell you, anybody that, if you want to support somebody in business, I'm going to just add a little bit of pepper here. If you can, order directly from their site. Because I'm going to tell you, in terms of business, I'm going to turn my heat down a little bit. Nice, 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 nice. You know, the business owner retains more money when they're like that. I'm going to go ahead and throw in my garlic. I have 4 cloves of garlic. Now, listen, you can actually buy your garlic. You can buy it already peeled, right? So a lot of times people are afraid to work with, they're afraid to work with fresh garlic because they don't want to have to, you know, break it open and stuff. I buy my garlic like this. So I buy it already. It's already peeled, so it's already ready for me, and then I just take it out and I mince it myself, right? So it comes already in cloves. Y'all, that garlic, woo, that garlic though, that smells amazing. So right now what we have inside of here, thank you guys who are just joining, we are cooking cheddar broccoli soup. As far as I'm concerned, this tastes better than Panera Bread, but I will say Panera Bread is where I fell in love with cheddar broccoli soup. I loved it. To me, this is better. Number 1, it's cooked with love. Number 2, baby, you talk about, like, you could almost eat on the pot that we're about to make for a couple of days, depending on how many people are in there. So this is what I'm getting ready to do now. I'm going to add some carrots in here. I know, I have no patience. I have no patience. You are going to trip when you realize just how easy this is. So I got 1 handful. I'll maybe do like another half. Cooking is really all about what you like. So we're gonna cook up our carrots for just a little bit. I'm gonna take some of my adobo. I layer every layer of food. Now, if you saw, I started with butter, then I had the onions, and then the celery. I threw just a little bit of pepper on there just to kind of play off the flavors of those two. Throw it in the adobo. to kind of season our carrots. And again, these are shredded carrots. I mean, you really can put your carrots in there however you want. You know what I mean? I prefer shredded. It makes it easier. I started with a stick of butter, friends, for those who are just kind of joining in. Yes, 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 yes. Cooking really is about how things taste to you. So somebody may like more celery. And again, I had about 3 stalks of celery here. Fresh celery, cut it myself, chopped it up or what have you. I bought the onions diced already and they're frozen, so I still have a lot left in the bag. Bought the carrots shredded, you know, so that's what we went ahead and did with that. But you cook things the way that you like it. If your family doesn't really like onions, don't put onions in there. I mean, honestly, you'll probably see some recipes for this and they don't ask for onions. I love onion. I've been really trying to wean myself off of soda, so I've been drinking Perrier water. All right, so this is what we're gonna do now. We're gonna add in our flour. I'm gonna kind of do this a little by little. You got a 1/2 cup of flour right here, and then you're gonna whisk it around really fast. We want to get rid of that flour. You do not want to see the flour, okay? Look at that. That's partly why I enjoy throwing in butter. Let's go ahead and put the rest of that in here. Whisk that around. Yeah, you want to do that really quickly. Flour is good because it helps to thicken everything. All right. Listen, y'all, don't make me come to your house and hurt you. Now, a lot of folks will tell you to throw some water in here. You better not put any water in here. You better not put no water in here with that flour. It's going to have your soup tasting a hot mess. Get yourself a carton of chicken stock. This is 4 cups. We're going to use all of it. The full carton. Is it wrong that it's very satisfying? Listen to that. That is such a satisfying sound for me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's very satisfying for me. And guess what we're about to do now? We're going to season it up a little bit. We're going to season it up. How y'all doing on this Sunday? Did you guys go to church? Did you go to Zoom church? All right. So the reason why I'm doing this is because if there's any flour that didn't necessarily dissolve, I want to break that up. And honestly, this is kind of satisfying for me too. I like feeling the way the liquid kind of, you know, plays off my hands, or, you know, off the spoon. I love it. Throw a little bit more adobo in here, just a nice little layer, because I'm probably going to use this again. I love this adobo. If you don't know what adobo is and you haven't necessarily been familiar with it, I love adobo because what it is, it's garlic powder. It's made with pepper and with salt, and then with Spanglish adobo, they have some other little spices in there that you don't really find in other adobo. I love Italian seasoning. So I'm throwing some Italian seasoning in here. I know it's not an Italian dish, but y'all, I just love some herbs. So I'm throwing that in there. We're gonna whisk that around. So think about the flavors that you have in here. Hey, Brandon. It's looking good. Hey, we're not even done. We're almost done though. We're almost done, but not totally done. Hey, hey, hey. Think about these flavors that we have. And I'm gonna tell you, I love cooking with fresh, but especially when you're in a pinch, using frozen vegetables and stuff are actually really good. You know, it's not a problem. But one of the things that I really don't like to mess with, I'm not really gonna mess with, is fresh garlic. There is something about some fresh garlic. I'm trying to tell you. If you've never done it before, and you know what's so amazing? My mother is one of the dopest cooks ever. And my mom really didn't cook. Look, I like to clean up as I go because I get messy when I cook. But I was really surprised that she, you know, she actually talked to me about the fact that she really didn't cook with a whole lot of like fresh things, like, you know, like the garlic, you know, because we're used to using the minced garlic. And I have a big jar of minced garlic, actually. We're going to add in our broccoli now. This is a frozen bag of broccoli. It's that steamable bag. And again, when you're pressed for time, I love fresh stuff, but I got the steamable broccoli. And then I threw it in my microwave for, I did it on the lowest setting. So I did it for like 4.5 minutes. You can actually cook it longer than that, but I did it for 4.5 minutes. I did it like that so that once it kind of gets in here, I can break it apart. I mean, I probably could have cut it up a little bit, but I enjoy kind of breaking up my broccoli when it's inside here. Guess what we're about to do now? We're going to throw in a little bit of seasoning. Okay. We're going to throw in some seasoning. I like a little heat. You don't have to do this. Just a little bit of red pepper flakes. I don't know, it just does something to me. It does something to me. You guys, we really are pretty much done here. We are pretty much done here. I would say to you, don't be afraid. We were talking about the fresh stuff. Don't be afraid to use things that are fresh. It can be a little bit scary, especially if you're not used to it. But don't be afraid to do that. You know what? I actually was in the grocery store. For those that are just kind of joining, we're making cheddar broccoli soup. And right now I'm just kind of going through and breaking up some of the broccoli. The broccoli florets is what I use. So when you buy your broccoli, you know, you buy the broccoli, oftentimes, y'all, what am I, crazy putting my hands on this hot stuff, right? You'll buy your broccoli as a stock, right? The florets it's this part right here. So it's like the flower portion of it, right? Sometimes you can get the broccoli parts, which has some of the florets, but it has a lot of the stems as well. Get the florets because that's just more, it just tastes better inside of your soup. Okay? If you're going to buy that, if you're going to buy the broccoli frozen, okay? All right. This is what we're about to do now. This is what makes your soup, like the cheddar broccoli soup, like this is what we're about to do here. Get yourself 1 quart of half and half. Y'all got red pepper flakes all over my hands. We're going to throw it in here. This is what I'm saying. For about 10 bucks, you know, you think about it. If you buy the cheddar broccoli soup from like Panera Bread or somewhere, you're going to spend a good $7 more, right? Once you deal with all the taxes and all that stuff. But if you make it yourself for just a little bit more, you can feed your entire family. Now, I'm going to tell you, one of the things that you've noticed, I have not used salt, right? I didn't use a lot of salt in here, and we are done. The only thing that we have left here is we need to add some, we're going to add our cheese in here, and that's going to give it that nice, pretty color, right? Hey, how y'all doing? Thank you guys so much for the hearts. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying this. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. I forgot what I was talking about. Hi, Kishma, all the way from Delaware. Guess what? I'm here too, so I'm not too far away from you. So that's what I was talking about, salt. I didn't use a lot of salt. I didn't use any salt on its own, independently. I didn't do that. One of the reasons is there's already salt in adobo. Some adobos have more salt than others. What I like about the Spanglish adobo is that it's not heavy on the salt. I appreciate that. I am, you know, I have high blood pressure. So for me, I really don't cook with salt if I can help it. I do have some here, you know, because every once in a while you just need to throw a little something in there. But I'm very cognizant of the amount of sodium that I put in my system. So, and then here's the other thing is that cheese is very salty. Like, I didn't realize that. Go figure. Cheese is very salty. So especially when I know I'm going to be cooking with a lot of cheese and stuff, there's almost no reason for you to, dropping stuff. There's almost no reason for you to Hold on. Trying to make sure that this cream is all the way warm. Let me give that another minute or two. Yeah, there's almost no reason for you to add salt when you're gonna have a lot of cheese, right? I don't even know how long I've been on here. And we're almost done with this. What's it been? Maybe 10, 15 minutes? Now I am gonna let this simmer. But yeah, so you wanna make sure that your half and half gets warm. You wanna make sure that it gets hot. Nice and hot because we need it to melt our cheese. We need it to melt our cheese. So, okay, who on here loves a nice bowl of some cheddar broccoli soup? Hey, so good to see you guys. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna start going live a little bit more and really cooking the recipes that I can kind of show you right here on camera that won't take long, you know, because, you know, it's live. So I'm going to slowly work in my cheese. You can put as much cheese as you want in there. Listen, y'all know I love cheese, right? I'll probably end up using this whole bag. We'll see. And for me, I stop once it reaches the thickness that I want. Okay? That's when I stop adding my cheese. So everything is going to really thicken up. So I'm going to stir that around. I like to slowly work it in there. I don't mind a big chunk of cheese, but the cheddar cheese is what gives the cheddar broccoli soup its color. But I'll be honest with you, there are times like if I feel like I need more cheese and I don't have any more cheddar after I've exhausted all of it, then I'll use other cheese. To me, I feel like you can use whatever you like. And it's getting thicker. Can you tell? It's getting thicker. And I don't think I have another bag of cheese for that, so I might end up having to use some mozzarella. So, oh, nope. I was smart. I bought a second bag. Hey, look at y'all joining on here. How y'all doing? We're out here making ourselves our own huge pots of cheddar broccoli soup. You do not have to go to a restaurant. I mean, obviously, sometimes we just want to, right? But it's not something that you have to do. You can make it yourself. Yep, you can make it yourself. So right now we're just slowly adding in our cheese. The cheese is going to make everything thicken up and it gives it that nice color. Listen, you guys, do me a favor. If you are interested in my new cookbook that's gonna be dropping. Hey, Loida, I was just talking about y'all. If you're interested in my new cookbook, go to my website, tamikahall.com, and you can actually pre-order the book there. It's available. It's going to be available in paperback as well as, you guys see how thick it's getting? I told you, it'll get thicker as you add in the cheese. I'm sorry. I have little issues with a lot of messiness around my kitchen. You see how it's got that color? The color comes from the cheese. And you look how thick it is. Now you guys remember, this started off with just a stick of butter. Crazy, right? Started off with just a stick of butter. And you literally on this cold winter day can make your whole family happy. And I think it tastes better than when you go to the store and you buy it. So when I went into the store, It was last night. Today I decided to get my groceries by Instacart. I was exhausted today, but I happened to be in the store last night. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. I happened to be in the store and they sell like the little cups of the soup for $5. What? What did I tell y'all? You take an extra $5 and for about a good $10, and depending on the type of cheese that you want. Like for me, I don't have a problem kind of using some of the store brands for things, but and look at all this soup, you guys. Taste this. Y'all taste your food always, okay? We're gonna add some more adobo in here. And just slowly work it in. There's something about cooking with love, right? Oh my goodness. And you can tell when somebody just throws something together and when they are actually doing it because they love what they're doing, right? Look at that nice thick soup, y'all. There it is. No. I thought it was there. It didn't leave the aftertaste I like. But folks, that's all it is. This is the color I like. This is the thickness that I like. And then, you know what you can do? You can, there's nothing like some garlic bread on the side or adding some croutons on top. And so a lot of times what I'll do is I'll actually take this and I'm probably going to cover it for, about 20 minutes or so, let it simmer. And the reason for that is because I just want my, my carrots I want them to be a little bit softer. But y'all, this is our own huge pot. I guess it's not huge, but it's our own big pot of cheddar broccoli soup. You guys can make this yourself at home. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Yes. All right. Let's see if I got this the way I want it. Y'all, look at that nice thick soup. Woo! Look at that. Look at that. There it is. That's it. That is it. That is it. All right, y'all. Thank you. It is. It is delicious. All right, friends. So get this recipe. I mean, obviously we have the live here, but you can grab this recipe and 50 recipes inside the book. Yes, divas can boil water. Don't let people make you feel like you can't cook. It's not hard. It's really about the seasoning, right? You just saw that, right? It's about the seasoning. Taking your time, even if you're going fast, but taking your time and cooking with a whole lot of love. All right, y'all. Let me simmer this down. Cover this up. All right, y'all. Y'all have a blessed one. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this so you guys will be able to you'll be able to look at this in just a little bit. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.